James Taylor. James, I know you've been following the forecast. How's it all looking?
There's a bit of cloud around right now, Mike, but overall, it looks like a nice day.
Thank you, James. I think this will be a very good match. Sri Lanka just have the edge for me. Will be sprinting in for the first delivery.
Played that nicely. Gets two.
Sri Lanka will be pleased with that over. Natatiya has been going well here. Comes back on. Great shot, 4 more.
Shouts all around.
Four runs there. Super shot. Bit expensive in that one. Pakistan 13 for none.
really should have made more. Nice shot.
Comes to the crease, first ball, and whacks it for four. Along the ground.
Another run at it.
Very good over there. One wicket from it. The score moving to 19 for 1.
Will come round the wicket now. Here looking back for that strike. We don't have an extra cover across. That is a very good move. It's the most difficult shot when the ball is pitched out from the off-spinner to the right hand, and this pitch is the cover drive. So open up the gap. We'll give it that shot. That's all. Well done to the batsman.
Another run taken.
I like this line. That's good batting. Good rotational strike. I think that also brings up the 50 partnership, which is excellent. I think the key when Nathan Lyon comes around the wicket and forgetting that comes around is the leg can't get too full. But I like the change of angle. Look at this Nathan Lyon. What he does is he comes back over the wicket actually. He wants to go to the arm. Yeah, he's not to stay around the wicket too well.
This is a big wicket. Really didn't get going and gets out cheaply. Real shame getting out this early. Big blow.
On point there, really good bowl. Good effort, 4 runs. And the batsman moves on to 11.
Just in that we see okay bowling, not easy bowler. Yeah, this happened last ball, previous over. And then we got to that down with the broadcast. And they get out of there.
Ends that over. Pakistan 26 for 2.
There's a fielder getting under him. And they take the catch.
They've got two for that. Good shot.
Power and precision in that shot.
Played that nicely. Gets two.
It takes the single.
Get out, you pussy.
TPG presents our amazing NBN Ready bundle deal. Unlimited data with home phone line rental. All for just $59.99 a month. Yep, unlimited data with home phone line rental for $59.99.
Oh, great shot.
Connecting Australia to the internet.
Well-directed throw there. 3 more to the score. End of the over. Pakistan 34 for 2. Govind has bowled well so far and returns to the attack.
Last week in the round 1 to 64. Great start for Australia in this session. How this session is. Both teams. Australia win this session, they take a big lead and advantage over the home team. KL Rahul, I didn't mind him so much playing the first week, but it was not. The first session was logical. And this shot with a field of deep, almost a long goal. It was just a great flexible. I'm not sure where he was trying to hit it to. He just watched all his shape, trying to hit it too hard. And obviously with his comfort as well. David Warner's very good up on his high balls. We saw David Warner just a bit sloppy. His legs slipped off David Lyon the other before. He dropped one he shouldn't. His first cricket in India was pretty pumped.
On the front foot, sweeping.
One run there.
Govind has finished off a tidy.
I'm assuming they're looking at the cleanliness of the catch. But they carry to the fielder. That's another wicket goal.
Yeah.
You're on, it is the right wicket.
They've got two for that. Good shot. got that away nicely. 4 runs.
Runs added in the over. Pakistan 43 for 2.
Got a great set of hands, pulls it back abnormally. Steve Smith's got back out, puts him into second step, shows him through everywhere. Brilliant wicket.
They've got 2 for that. Good shot.
That's what producing fucking spinning wickets.
Astonishing what a bit of confidence can do for a bowler. Shocking shot from Carroll.
Azam now on 10.
This is up. Clear with this. Actual work here. Over 98% of our patients replay.
Chance goes begging.
They've got 2 for that. Good shot.
6 runs added in that over. Pakistan 49 for 2. Lilly, the right-arm pacer, is the new bowler. Moves to 24.
Three for one.
Seems to have misjudged that one. Good shot. And that's 4. Ends the over. Pakistan 55 for 2.
How good is Hanscom? Second time in 4 balls. This is unlucky from Ashwin's point of view, but a Smith would take it. Well fired at the moment. And this man, Hanscom, is doing an Eknath Solka. Two brilliant catches diving forward, never easy.
Oh, what a catch.
And inches from the ground is the grab. Out is the decision. 4 wickets have fallen in 8 balls since lunch. Ashwin departs and India reeling 95 for 7. That was just magic.
And that completes a very good over. Pakistan 56 for 2.
Fantastic 4-day sale. Huge deals store-wide, plus 60 months interest-free. That's limited vouchers until February 2022.
Nice save there.
Hot deals on these fridges and washers. Well,
Another run added, that'll be handy. Good effort, 4 runs.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, Steve Smith.
One more to the
Extremely
score.
animated, and why wouldn't he be? Partnership midfielding between Carol Raoul and Jinky Rahane. Raoul just gave it away. All the men on the fence. O'Keefe bowling, looking for a bit of confidence. Raoul gave it to him. And then what followed
2
was
runs.
extraordinary. Brilliant from Hanscom.
Pakistan and 8 runs in that over, taking the score to 64 for 2.
We talk about playing in the subcontinent. If you get a start, you've got to go on. KL Raoul, that was a horrendous shot. I know it looks like he's hurt his shoulder, and I hope he's not too bad. I hope he's okay. Because India is certainly going to need him in the second innings, and he batted really well. But that shot...
Onto the front foot and driving it straight.
4 huge wickets because of that lack of discipline with execution of that shot, trying to take Stephen O'Keefe the 6 over mid-off for extra.
Played that nicely.
There was
Gets
3 or
2.
4 guys on the boundary.
As he is sitting in a corner in a dressing room and telling himself what he will do.
Very nice there from Nine. And the batsman moves on to 36.
This is how Rahul was dismissed. Just incredible. David Warren absolutely pumped because he let a chance slip in the previous over.
And 3 for 1.
Back pad off Rahane, but this is just extraordinary. Romoff was back. Man on the cover fence was very straight as well. O'Keefe searching for a bit of form, searching for a bit of confidence, searching perhaps even for a bit of acceptance in some quarters. And a wicket is donated.
Oh, great shot.
And now there's no stopping it. Picked up a further 2 wickets in the over. Brilliant catch. And second slip from Hanscom.
Return from the boundary. Good fielding there. It takes this partnership to 50. Ends that over. Pakistan, 71 for 2.
Another maybe, 95 for 7.
A50, please. Thanks.
ANZ with Apple Pay. Anyone can tap and pay.
When you sweat, it was more than just water. Gatorade rehydrates, replenishes, and refuels what's lost in sweat. Nothing beats Gatorade.
So 95 for 7. Here's their native line. Very sharp still. Holding an excellent line.
How important Mitchell Stark runs. A lot of people watched Australia bat and thought they haven't got enough runs. Day one, winning the toss. But in this game, until both teams are batting, you've got no idea what the wicket's like. Mitchell Stark contributing with 60 extremely handy runs. I'm sure Virat Kohli is sitting in the change room now, hoping for his tail to wag and do the same. Can someone perform like Mitchell Stark did with the bat?
Also be thinking, did I do the right thing taking that second new ball at that time? That opened the floodgates.
Just another thing on pitches like this. I mentioned this morning that every cliche happened yesterday. In the partnership against the new ball,
That's gotta
came
hurt.
on, wickets flooding clusters, they were bounded. Exactly the same thing as followed today.
A very good over comes to an end.
The new batsman finding it almost impossible to get a start.
The left arm
You're
unorthodox
you feel as a
bowler
captain
is
you're
coming
going to
on
get
to
2 or
bowl.
3.
That's probably why we are so hard on KL Rahul, because he was playing as well as anybody has on this wicket. Can't afford to play that shot.
Big appeal there.
He needs to be the one to go and make it.
Looked really close there. Not out though.
It's always hard to start with these conditions like this. 8 to 9, bowling consistent area, you're seeing spin, you're seeing reverse swing. Got to go on him to get a start.
And a single.
2 runs. India, these are the 4 wickets to fall in quick succession since lunch. This was Rahul's shot.
Azhar is now on 19.
Looking to lead, getting the glove. And Ashwin unlucky. Onto the toe, and once again his left man hands for 3 catches in this innings. That's why when people were around the pitch this morning and a lot of people saying it looks better the pitch. I said, yeah, it looks better. It will play absolutely the same if not worse.
That's a very confident appeal.
Oh!
Very close.
Just saying that he might not have got some better than 97 for 7.
There's some confidence in this appeal. That's a good ball. End of the over. Pakistan, 75 for 2. A bit of a chase on here. And that's 4.
Hit with the spin, It's a clean ball. He's had a lot of success with the bat in the shorter format. I know he scored a lot of first-class runs, but in these conditions now against these two Australian spinners, I think he's better off picking the ball, someone like O'Keefe who's spinning the ball into him, and backing himself. Try and get some momentum back in his favour.
Oh, cracking shot that. That's scoring.
He's out. It's on the line. The foot has not come back.
Won't need to run there. Racing this.
But keep your foot behind the line.
Great shot. 4 more.
The players are off the groove.
Absolutely brilliant, Matthew Wayne. Sharp to get those barrels off. And on the line is the fielding teams. Another huge wicket for Australia. Stephen O'Keefe.
Pakistan will be extremely happy with how that over went.
32 for Kiljan. The other departs for 2. India 98 for 8.
The all-new Back Page Live returns Tuesday.
You say all new? It's pretty much the same as last year. It'll be good, mate.
We'll uncover all the scandals.
Well, actually, I was talking to legal, and if it involves Fox Sports personalities, can't go there.
Backpage Live returns Tuesday with pretty much more on the same.
Just a single.
Wickets for 4 runs in 26 balls. Umesh Yadav has come out to the middle now. Today there's no choice but to try and play some shots. This is the last man to go.
Disastrous. Giant Yadav, he's not at the best of games. Trying to smother the spin, trying to get forward. Drags that back foot out and Wade pounces. O'Keefe looks unplayable. India's batting an impossible impersonation of England.
A very good over comes to an end. Pakistan 88 for 2.
The slow left armour is coming on to bowl.
Runs important. Another 30 or 40 from here also is crucial. We'll see who's the man who can get it, and that's Jadeja.
That's nice.
He's reviewing. He doesn't reckon he's in it. He's showing his arm. Copy.
Dave, we've got to review.
And it goes through to the keeper.
Front foot first, please. Fair delivery. We can have a look at front top spin vision, please.
Well fielded. Really good work there. Azar moves on to 21.
It's hit the glove. So we've got a side-on shot. Glove and bat. So we've got a side-on shot.
The fielders will need to chase this one.
I could watch that on replay all day, Mike.
Yeah,
Textbook.
okay. It's kind of... Just rock and roll that, please. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go back on field to Nigel. Nigel, the ball has bounced above the bat and above the glove, and it's come off his forearm, so I'm going to have to ask you to reverse your decision. You're now on screen.
The batsman didn't know where that was going.
That is the decision. Finally, something for the crowd to cheer after the lunch break.
Kept it fairly tidy in that over. Pakistan 93 for 2.
The home team has lost 5 wickets for just 4 runs in 26 balls, 27 balls now. 99 for it. For it now, West Shattered. On strike.
Another run added to the scoreboard.
Comes up to bring it. This is what's happened since lunch.
What a session so far for the Aussies.
What a nice catch. That was an excellent one. They can walk really happy with how they played today.
Switch to spinners ends, into the hooks, and the field, Peter Hanscom in particular, has been outstanding. And he's well on top here, on top of their own game as well. Preparation came off at the stage. Spinners have had a little fun in the last half hour, 40 minutes or so. Huge praise must go to Scott and Hazelwood. And rather chop the head off the snake of the
nice shot.
Indian batting lineup and infallible all summer.
Very solid out there, poised and off the mark with a boundary.
Absolutely key in opening the door for these two spinners to work their magic on this very, very tricky pitch. It's another example of why Australia probably don't need that third spin. Talking about playing, because when you get into your rhythm as a bowler, like Stephen O'Keefe,
Glorious play.
you want to stay on, you don't want to break.
It's a solid shot.
And the fact you've got Stark and Hazelwood to complement the attack. At this stage, if the pitch is going well like this, that's all you really need.
It won't be like this, Michael, I'm sure.
I cannot believe that this one is like this, really.
A bit expensive in that one.
Superior.
Pakistan, 102 for 3.
Over here. Even going up considerably going on surface such as this one.
What it's done really is got Australia right into the contest in the series. Led to first up. 101 for it.
So close to the edge that. Luckily, mistimed it enough to miss entirely. Well worth a shout. One run there.
Here's O'Keefe.
The batsman let step through to the
In his
keeper.
line and length, Stephen O'Keefe. He's not a big spinner of the ball, but in conditions like this, you don't necessarily need to be. It's enough variation.
That's up in the air.
Catch that.
Richard Stark coming underneath it.
Yeah!
The sun in his eyes. 5 wickets for Stephen O'Keefe. And what a performance by the left-arm spinner. Number 8 was down and Stanita.
Sri Lanka will be pleased with that over.
Look at the excitement on his face and the team's face. Stephen O'Keefe, another big wicket. Asia had to take him on, getting with the spin. Safe pair of hands at long on Mitchell Stark, doesn't drop those. We heard the Australian close-in fielders way behind the stumps all saying, big shot coming, boy, big shot coming.
They were 100% correct. Jadeja goes for 2.
Another run added, that'll be handy.
101 for 9. I think it's probably a good time for everybody to have a drink.
Great thought.
And that's a single. Three for 1.
Good bowling in that over. Pakistan, 106 for 3.
Beats the fielder, and that's 4.
One run taken. A bit of a chase on here.
Solid stroke there for 4.
Gave a few too many away in that over. Pakistan, 116 for 3.
This wicket's only getting worse. Well, I think we need to have a big hug from that. This is how Jadeja got out.
Shafi now on 11.
To crisis situations. He thinks that he can get away with hitting the big shots. This time he couldn't. And so he was out. But India should take heart from the fact that there's been a lot more turn. Maybe there's going to
They take the single.
103 for 9. One wicket to go for the Australians to get. India want this last wicket partnership to do the same as what the Aussies did yesterday.
Very tidy over that one. Pakistan, 118 for 3.
And Hazelwood yesterday put on 55. And in the context of this match, it was a huge partnership.
Coming into the attack is the left-arm orthodox bowler.
Well, Mitchell Stark, of course, has a higher score of 99 in Test cricket that drew against India 4 years ago. Not too sure whether Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma have got half centuries in Test cricket. Umesh Yadav has a first-class 100 under his belt last season. Well, what's his highest score? Ishant Sharma. 31 not out. I'll take that, Sonny. I'll take 31 not out, that's for sure. The Australians have been very impressive today. I thought the quick bowlers have been outstanding away to bowls. Steve Smith's captaincy's been good, shuffling the bowlers around. Lyon looked good when he first started, had his rhythm. Stephen O'Keefe wasn't great when he first started, but as I said, found his mojo. Once he changed hands and Steve Smith got him to change of hands,
what a good shot.
He really has looked like a completely different bowler.
Sure, they did try and shaken by what they've seen with the Indian batsman.
Oh, that's a big appeal there.
540 across the England this one season.
It's not out, but sure look close.
It's hard to take, but something that can
Well, it looks like the captain is unhappy with the umpire's decision and is calling for the review.
When the ends changed, his life changed.
That's a huge difference. That's what we've been talking about. He didn't look that threatening when he was bowling from the pavilion end, and the figures back that up. 9 overs done for 30. But once he's changed hands,
The ball's pitching in line.
Fantastic to watch.
Impact is outside the line of the stump.
That's a sharp turn there.
And that's not out on review. The batsman now needs to get on with the job.
At times yesterday we saw 3 slips.
Shake of the head from the umpire.
And that completes a very good over. Pakistan, 119 for 3. The slow left armour is coming on to bowl.
O'Keefe again, can he wrap it up? Oh, big shot, net gone, there it is. O'Keefe gets 6 and the Aussies wrap it up. That's a big effort from the Australians, super stuff from the Aussies. Unbelievable stuff, unbelievable scenes here in Pune. You just can't believe it, what's been going on. O'Keefe wraps up the innings and got 6 for 35. It's been an outstanding effort for the Australians. Look at that hit. Umesh Yadav got a big hit against home. And the sharp catch taken by the captain at first slip. And congratulations all round for the
Shafi moves to 12.
in the innings. Just a little bit of turn, going for the big hit. Steve Smith making a mistake. And O'Keefe.
That's a very, very confident appeal.
That looked very close.
What about that for
The bowler's going to be gutted not to get a wicket on that last ball. They'll be fired up for the next one though.
Australia right into this great position. India all out 105.
That's a huge shot.
The umpire quick to say no on that one.
They were get back into this game with us.
Well, I was hoping, and they were 94 for 3. And they've lost 7 for 11 at the end there. That's just quite phenomenal. I'm very surprised by that performance, I've got to say. But it's
Azar
fantastic
moves on
performance.
to 40.
Yeah, all the bowlers did a great job.
And it was, you know, you switched ends and all of a sudden it started to work. Some poor shots, I mean, Rail's shot there.
Glorious placement. Lovely shot.
You got a bad shot. What a play that shot.
Well, that's exactly how the batsman would have wanted to play that shot.
Back pad and also second slip. But just good pressure from Stephen O'Keefe. He said at lunch break all we need to do is just get his line length right, the pitch will do the rest. And it's as poor as I've seen India bat for a while, but good credit to others. They hung in there well in those conditions.
Bit expensive in that one. Pakistan, 128 for
And you
3.
guys pointed at it at the start of the coverage by saying this pitch brings Australia good because of the way it is, the way it's played.
Well, because it's such a poor pitch, it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're comfortable in those conditions. There's so much luck involved, you know, balls exploding, some turning, some not. It just levels the whole game up. And, we're pretty good in tough conditions, but the Indians These conditions, okay, it's a home ground, but because they're so tough, it's just they're out of their comfort zone as well.
It's amazing though, AB, when we were batting, we got off to a pretty good start. We won for 82, and then all of a sudden a run on wickets after a period. It's exactly what it's happened to India, isn't it?
Well, it just shows it's very hard to start, and you're so vulnerable in those first 10, 15 deliveries that you face, and that's what Australia did well. They kept the pressure on for every new batsman that came in, and they just went through that period, 7th, 11th, all just happened in a rush, and it just showed how difficult it is to start. So that's the key thing, get through those first dozen balls you face, and then you start getting a bit more attuned to things. But your number can be on any delivery bowl. That's the first thing. You've got to give credit to also probably people bowlers.
Did they nick that?
Also Matt Morris.
That's edged and safely taken.
You have to batting start here. 105 all out India, and it all happened after that. As I said, they were 70 to 3.
Which is amazing, really. I mean, Kohli was a huge wicket.
Well, they'll take some positives away from that knock. They were playing really well.
And Hazel looked like they might take the majority of the wicket, but then you saw O'Keefe getting to his groove, line ball pretty well. No easy runs, as I said. You just keep pressure on the Indians so the pitch through the rest, and you're in the contest. And that's a big deficit India are facing now. 150 odd behind.
Plays the cover drive.
Not going to get any easier.
That's right, have a look at that.
Gets four with a superb
line
cover
there, 1
drive.
for 21. Well, there's also Stephen O'Keefe, 6 for 35. And
I think it's number 22 at one stage, so he's just 6 for 13 of his next 7 overs.
I have to be.
That's a big test cricket, only second test,
Even shooting cricket, that's a huge, especially against a team that are renowned like this player with spin bowling. So, all done Stephen O'Keefe.
All right. Better go to a break. See what's been happening here. You can hear from Stephen O'Keefe in the lunch break tomorrow. He's actually talking about
is
break
now
bowling.
on
And
five.
bowling. We're going to go to a break. On the other side,
Has finished off a tidy over.
I'm impressed by Virat, the way that he's grown as a player. I was at the academy almost forever
Left
ago,
arm
probably 8 years ago,
unorthodox
and he came
bowler
over as
is
a
coming
young
on to bowl.
player who hadn't really broken into the ranks. And then picked him up from the airport in the white minivan and taking him to ASIC stores to buy half-price ASIC shoes. So last time we played him in the NBA series, I didn't mind him about it. He said that the Irish soccer got plenty of so he's certainly grown, and I'm impressed by the way that he's so proud to lead his country, and the way he does it with flair and excitement. And not only he's a fierce competitor, but off the field he's a lovely, humble guy as well. So it's the all-round package. I'd like to see the package. I don't want to see this going to me one day.
And the batsman moves on to 6.
Oh, great shot.
Good effort, 4 runs. Kept it fairly tidy in that over. Pakistan, 141 for 4. Drives to the onside, good shot. Another run taken. Good defensive shot, no way through there. Big shout here.
No, umpire totally unconvinced.
Jonathan Ray begins his quest for an unprecedented 3rd consecutive title when the World Superbikes return. Live this weekend on Fox
Good delivery there, and the batsman defending.
Well, if you just joined our coverage, you wouldn't believe it. Stephen O'Keefe, 6 for 35, and India all out 105, and Australia lead by 155 runs. Superb after the second session of play. The Aussies have been all over India, and they are back well and truly into this game. Tell you what, just got to bat well now, eh?
Well, that's the big test now. When you've got yourself into a really dominant position, and you don't want to let the slip by getting bowled out for 100.
And Trails has had quite a good over there.
Real chance. If Australia make 150 plus, you'd like to think that India are going to really struggle to chase down 300 plus total.
All right, let's have a quick look at the wickets that just joined our coverage. As I said, you wouldn't believe it. Stephen O'Keefe, 6:35 to go right back to the start. Murali Vijay. Well, some good bowling from Josh Hayneswood. He went for 10. And India at this stage is 26 to 1. And you've got to give cricket to the quick bowlers from Australia, Central Stark included, just cracking it open early on.
Yeah, they bowled very well, bowled quick, and got enough out of the pitch. That was a very good delivery from Mitchell Stark, getting rid of Pujara, one bit of bounce and a bit of extra pace, and just had his feeling for the ball. So the Indian batsmen would have been facing a lot of pace bowling in this class for a while, and then Virat Kohli's second ball, just slashing at a wide ball, a loose shot, and Mitchell Stark tends to make batsmen do that when they're chasing that quicker delivery. So that was a huge wicket, that was a big play.
Well, this is sort of the first session of play. India went to the lunch break, 70 on the board for the loss of
well-directed throw there.
They've got 2 for that.
I think that was
Good shot.
Such a poor shot. That set the tone. He went for 64 for the scorer.
He batted so well. I mean, almost the innings of the match to date as far as the way he played up to
There's some confidence in this appeal.
Just a very loose shot, and all of a sudden it's all just
Not out the decision. A life for the batsman, Pat.
Very, very good catch.
Great catch. It's actually a bit of a nothing delivery. It's sort of angled down the leg side. Rahane looking to force on the leg side. Great catch from Hanson, happy to dive forward. And then this was the wicket. Letting the ball go. So a nervous start. That was first ball. So Stephen O'Keefe was on a hat-trick. Didn't really do a lot, but that's just pressure, isn't it? Yep. And you're losing wickets. You're rushing out there as a batsman. Then another good catch there in the first.
Big appeal. That was well worth asking.
The captain looks very pleased with that over.
Another great catch from Hanscom.
Not often, actually like that once against England, Adelaide. And then great bit of work by Matthew Wade.
Slow left arm is coming on to bowl.
One turns. That's a natural variation in the pitch. It's bowling line left, one turns, one's up.
Got to cut out of those wickets because we are back live. And then, as I said, India all at 105.
Shout all around.
We're batting here with Sean Marsh. So Matt Renshaw.
Looked really close there. Not out though.
On the field, he was fielding at the end there.
So that could mean what you think he can't bat for a certain amount of time.
Shot.
Well, if you're off the field for over a certain time, I'm not sure what it is.
That reaches the boundary. Great shot.
It's not external injury, is it?
No,
internal.
Here we go. Australian lead by 155. Let's take you back to Q&A for the second innings for the Aussies.
Just a hand, I'll probably get 2. Straight away going to be 10th there for David Warner.
And India just watching Ashwin as he was getting ready to bowl that first over, they come out like wounded tigers. They had a great run this whole season. Some of them will have their egos bruised with the kind of situation they find themselves in. Lead of 157 on a pitch like this. The only point that I'd like to make is we want Ashwin get ready for the second ball.
One more to the score.
Reverse sweep, second ball.
Reverse sweep, down Warner gets a 4. Now this is where the Australians will show some street smartness.
Are you serious, boy?
This is David Warner playing,
Second
knowing
ball
that
at
the
the
team
second
is in
inning,
front
you're
by
doing reverse sweep.
157. Not looking at this second inning score of 2 for no wicket. He knows his team is on top, in front by 157.
What a good shot. Bounces just short of the rope for
They need to get bowled out by 150, 160 here. Get those runs. Take the risk of getting bowled out. Okay, because you can get around 200, 200 plus lead quickly. So much pressure on India.
Just to complete the point that I want to make about India's batting
Gave a
performance.
few too many away in that over. Pakistan, 156 for 4.
Batting performance can be excused. You look at it as an aberration. The issue that I have with India in this situation is the bowling in the first innings. Australia got 260 on a pitch like this. This is where I think India didn't play well. Maybe accepted a lead of 50 or 60 with that kind of a batting performance, but because Australia went on to get 260 because the bowling wasn't that good, India way far behind now.
Oh, another super shot from David Warner. We saw the reverse sweep off the second ball. This time it's the traditional sweep shot that was hit like an absolute traceable straight out of the middle of the bat. But the fielder is so fine, it's almost for a new ball.
Nice shot, that one.
The fielder had no chance over there. Again, the fielder is going so far fine to the left of your monitor up there. He's got to get a little closer, almost behind the square leg umpire, maybe a little bit to the left of him. Over there, very little chance of the ball going to it.
Azhar moves to 59.
Last ball of the over. Big shout, and he's been given.
What?
Given Montero's up the over in the last ball. There's been here on the pads as a fast one to make sure he's walking straight off. He's not even got a chance to run. He's walking straight off, and David Warner, the dangerous David Warner is gone, and the first one goes for Australians. It's 10 for 1. Yeah, looked up because of David Warner. Such a big wicket.
Three added in that over. Pakistan 159 for 4.
And it's just pads. Back as well. Quite a distance away from the ball.
Andreas, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack.
Step 1.
Super shot, that.
Another run added, that'll be handy. Azhar is now on 60.
Forward Steve Smith's come in because Renshaw has to wait another 28 minutes.
Plays that defensively. Good ball.
119 runs for 12 wickets, and there's still 42 overs to go. Sorry, in 42 overs so far today, which leaves 43 overs still. So we're just over halfway through today. This is the winning day. Fast straight from Ashford, shuffled across the
Ends that over. Pakistan 166 for 4.
Pretty eventful first over. 10 runs off it for 1 wicket.
The left-arm orthodox bowler is now into the attack.
42 overs today. There's 43 overs to go. Yes, I think we aim for an action. Yeah, you're right about the first over itself. It was pretty eventful. There was a reverse sweep, and there was a conventional sweep. There was a wicket.
That's a very, very confident appeal.
Umpire totally ignored that appeal.
His captaincy is where he loves to attack. He's got those 3 fielders around the bat. The score is 100.
Huge appeal.
Shake of the head from the umpire.
Let's take for 1.
They're confident. Big appeal, but no interest from the umpire.
Inside the line. India's first. They have to bowl well to get India back in the game.
that throw despite the distance. 3 runs there, that's very handy. And there's air on this. Gone. The catch held by the fielder in the deep.
Well, that was an excellent one. They can walk off really happy with how they played today.
Lift off fighting, 2 leading men of the Indian team, Ashwin and Virat Kohli, both very aggressive, lot of self-belief. Be interesting to see Virat Kohli's captaincy. Well, he, as I said, likes to be captain. There's not to balance that.
That's a very good over.
Play shots like that. So watch I feel is protecting the boundaries but still have catching men.
We'll just sit there. I think what we're seeing so far, if you've got a good technique and you've got intent, you can survive and score on this with it. If you're going to be a bit rash and try and go over the top, you're going to, you're going to fall. But as Sonny said right from the word go, playing the ball late in defence.
Plays the cover drive.
Absolutely. This is not an
Denied.
wicket.
Not getting past that.
Yes, there is a bit of turn, but you expect
One run there.
level to be able to come to the turn if you have the technique and the determination to hang in there. And yes, of course, you're looking to score runs as well. But just going out and trying to grind it through about everything you offer to you. See over there, there's no turn. Yes, the odd ball will turn. We're playing on Indian pitches. On Indian pitches, there will be turn. But it is not a pitch where the ball is turning square, jumping.
Another run taken.
What do you think, sir? What do you think India would hope to restrict Australia? At the moment they've got a lead of 170. They want no more than 260, 270, would they? Yes, I would imagine that they want to dismiss Australia now with a 3 figure, maybe 100.
And the batsman moves on to 2. And that's the end of another very tidy over.
Going with spin now.
Yeah, just having a look at what the scores were.
I like that shot. Perfect technique.
Chase as little as possible. But their target, I think,
Good
would be
shot.
to bowl Australia
Ball run.
the same score they made in the first innings, which is 105. Try and bowl Australia at 105, which means they're going to need 260 to win. Well, that's going to be a tough ask for this sort of pitch. But that'll be their goal. Try and bowl Australia at 105. Or less. National League. I think today you could be the field in the 7 innings. I think it could be pretty hard to score. First over was a maiden already.
Now on 7.
Well, he saw the ball flat in trajectory and stayed back. The ball was pretty full. Very lucky that missed everything. Complete misjudgment of length on that occasion. Smith.
Good shot. I think that'll be 4. That's a very quick outfield here. Just a little bit short, a little bit wide. Smith was good enough to get that away.
Delightful shot.
Another run taken.
Timing, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I think he didn't look to hit the ball too hard. He looked to this time it, looked to place it. That's exactly what he's done. That has not gone over the top of the left shoulder. Which really indicates that
moves on to 8.
Hard, put some power in it, put some strength in it. But he didn't try to do that. He was just trying to just time it. Very good shot there.
The fielder cuts that off well.
93.3 kilometres an hour, and that's spun like a top.
They take a single.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from Pakistan. 180 for 5.
Albus literally not vicious turn. It's 19 for 1.
Harvey Norman, fantastic 4-day sale. Huge deal store-wide, plus 60 months interest free. That's the
Akmal moves on to 24.
Up to 20% off laptops and 2-in-1s over $500. 25% off Lazy Boy rocker recliners and lift chairs. Up to 50% off mattresses and ensembles. More fantastic deals in store and online with 60 months interest free. Hurry, Albinom and Fantastic Sale ends Monday.
Malik moves on to 9.
Ashwin again. It's also just wonderful watching cricket in England. As a cricket lover, watching the game, the twists and the turns of this match already.
Another run added.
It's great to watch. There's another little nick. You're on the edge of your seat. You're excited. It's thrilling cricket. There's a contest between bat and ball. The ball's dominating a little bit. It's not easy to bat. It's not
spin,
quite
mate.
as
Of course
safe.
you love it.
You can still score runs, but it's not
Like
easy.
baseball with this
It's
spin.
great to watch.
Twists and turns, pun intended in the turn.
No, just as I think you said earlier, Sanjay, every over means something. There's no dull moments. Every ball has something on it. That's how it should be. Every wrong decision from a captain, or every fielding mistake, or misfield, every run counts in this low-scoring game. And generally, when you get wickets like this that aren't that easy to bat on, you get a low-scoring, but you get a good game of cricket.
And 2 runs added. Ends the over. Pakistan 186 for 5.
Really appeals so clearly, no doubt.
United with the jigger on it. He was one got the ball. You can see that it just got off the shoulder.
Again, you see with the field race and the attitude of Virat Kohli. He knows only one way to be, which is the attacking as a batsman as well. It's about trying to conquer the bowler. Here it's about batsmen for catching men on the offside. He wants to get a single on under 100 here if possible. It's 19 for 1.
This is before Ashley and Martin's medical treatment for hair loss. This is after. Clearly it works. Over 98% of our patients regrow their very own hair. If you want to grow more hair, call Ashley and Martin. 850 please. Thanks.
ANZ with Apple Pay. Anywhere you can tap and pay.
Everything happening in there. The ball to spinners, turn, bounce. Only got the wicket of David Warner.
That is a marvellous square drive. Right from the sweet spot. And that gets to the boundary. 4 runs.
India need a wicket. They need to go to Australia for a very, very low score. And try and chase it down.
Australia is only looking at another 75 runs and they'll be fine. Now leading by 174.
Not too bad for either side there. Pakistan 191 for 5.
It's going to be extremely tough for India to chase.
Lilly, the right arm paceman, is the new
Catch with the
bowler.
corners of the gap. He's practicing this in the morning, hitting inside out. Steve Smith. And this one's come out beautifully from the middle of the bat.
When he's looking to play shots, there's good intent. He realizes that every now and then he's going to be beaten. As this track worsens, so if there is an opportunity, there are no half measures. You give you everything. And each boundary puts the pressure back on Virat Kohli. He can't afford to over-attack. 178 now, Australia ahead.
India had a major collapse after the wicket of K. Rahul, who scored
Another run added to the scoreboard.
Really one poor shot leading to a major collapse. India bowled out for 105, conceding a lead of 155.
Work here for the fielders.
Looking very comfortable there. Textbook shot.
Leading by 178. A really good position, Australia, after just to see India for 105. Last 7 wickets for India till for 11 runs. Just 8 overs.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from Pakistan. 196 for 5.
A new bowler is in now.
Cricket over the past couple of years, #1 team in the world. Right now they are under extreme pressure. Very disappointed batting performance, but he's made so many runs over this summer in India and over the last couple of years that unfortunately he can't make them all the time, but he would have liked to have seen
moves
somebody
to
else
13.
and the Indian team really stand up on a day like today. India needed one of their other batsmen to go on and be the one to make a big score, make 100. And just sense you can feel that frustration. See that
Great shot, 4 more.
That's the King Rahul sitting under the helmet there. We're thinking, I was the man who got the start. I've got 120, 130. The lead would have been less than 100. And still a game on. Now really uphill task for India to sandwich something from here.
Another run added, that'll be handy.
Just looking up. Brilliant bowling.
Surely we're going to get rid of this
On the
one.
wicket with the ball spinning. Comes around the wicket for one
How many fouls is that from us?
Same as David Water. Slides it onto the arm. Goes quick straight. Pitches and goes straight on. Sure, Marshall. Absolutely fine.
Pitching in line, hitting in line, and hitting the stumps. No problem with that. See 3 reds. Sean Marsh, the man dismissed, actually striking for the second time. It's 23 for 2.
1 run there.
Sports is ticking all the rugby boxes in 2017, including a brand new show. We've got the best host in the game, a few Wallaby legends, Nancy taking thousands, and no show is complete without.
Ends that over. Pakistan 203 for 5. Sadiq has some good figures so far, coming on for a new spell.
Patch it, please. Patch the game.
Just one more to the score. Good shot.
And that's 4.
Six runs added in that over. Pakistan 209 for 5.
Back to India.
That's it.
Big appeal there. Edged, and that's out.
Indian captain getting it done. Couple of sixes, young 20-year-old Frenchman, first innings, playing his shots. Australia on top, who would have thought?
Yes, and he looks so similar to Smith when the way he plays.
Off the mark there. Great shot.
Lovely boundary there from Hanscom. Batted well in the first innings as well. Didn't get too many. That looked pretty accomplished at the crease.
Denied.
22
Not getting
in the
past
first
that
innings.
fielder.
Considering the nature of the pitch, useful contribution there. Look at this. Every time it happens, just forget about it if you're the batsman. It's 28 for 2.
You've decided to start a business.
It takes the
Expect
single.
late nights, last weekend. Not expect a steady wage. Cash flow, of course, very difficult to maintain. Still, business owners will put it all on the line, knowing full
Driven
well
square, and that's a marvellous shot.
50% of new businesses.
That's 4. Played that nicely. Gets 2.
A wicket falls, but it didn't slow the run rate. Pakistan 218 for 6.
Yeah, I think Steve Smith's thinking here, if he sits there and tries to block, he's going to get one with his name on it. So they're going to bounce, get caught back pad, caught leg slip. So he's going to look to use his feet a lot more than he did in the first inning. He's going to play with the spin, so that's why Virat Kohli's got the 2 men out on the sweep. He's going to be as positive as he possibly can be.
And he'll try and get close to the pitch of the ball. Because in the first innings he was dismissed in that fashion. Using his speed, trying to whip it on the onside, hitting it straight to Kohli.
Oh, nice shot. The square drive. That's a great stroke.
That's it, but he's good again. That is a wonderful placement in the air. He's hitting it with the turn. It was a full leg delivery. So he made the adjustment quite beautifully in the end, Steve Smith.
Knows exactly what he's doing. He's working on angles. Fetching it from there, he knows he can get it square. Wide with that front foot of his outside the off stump.
There you go, rubbing into the next ball. Single, he keeps track as well. It's 33 for 2. One thing we'll have to keep an eye on is the overall lead.
A fantastic catch taken by the fielder, jumping high to gather that in.
Very hard to get in the last innings.
And that was quite a solid
Not go to the last
Good
day,
batting.
but the last innings. Chucking down some left arm spin.
Great reflex catch there. It's always tough with the ball coming at you that fast.
They'll be disappointed with that. Really should have made more.
Look at the top surface go every time. There's the arm ball. Just like we go well played in the air. Fired it in with a round arm.
Steve Smith, good hands. Just sees it straight on, quickly gets his bat down in time. That's the same delivery we saw Mitchell Marsh get out to and Peter Hanscom in the first inning. So sharp hands, good concentration from
This
Steve
is
Smith
it,
to pick
the
that up
hat-trick
off the
ball.
wicket, find a way to adjust.
Nice shot, that one.
Let's
been one of the key
And that's four.
success in the match is the hand-out coordination. See it more all over the place against the fast bowler Steve Smith.
Sadiq has had a very good over there. Some runs coming from it, but more importantly, 2 wickets. Pakistan 227 for 8.
9 wickets in session, and India lost 7 wickets for 11 runs and 48 balls.
Wickets falling today. We've still not reached the time. 34 for 2.
$8.50 please. Thanks.
Oh, good shot.
ANZ with Apple Pay. Anywhere you can tap and pay.
4 runs there. Super shot.
Let me ask you a question, Bob. Who's the last Australian and transfer that takes 6 wickets in innings against India? Against Amici. Shiva, I know there's a reason why you're asking me that question, so I'm assuming the answer is me, but let me make it very clear.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the
pitch was
bowling
worse than what
side.
we're seeing now, and I think India were bored. They were sick of batting, so they allowed me to get a few wickets. I think my father would have got 6 wickets on that pitch. It was so bad. But that match lasted 2 days and 11
Time for a
hours
bit
in
more
Mumbai.
focus after that one.
The best bowling for Australia in India.
On the front foot for the square drive. Good shot.
Got hold of that. Cracking ball.
69 to Mumbai.
Stephen O'Keefe from the list. 6 for 35. Richie Bell up there 4 times.
Worked nicely. Let's go. Played with the third. Stephen O'Keefe's a much better bowler than me, that's for sure. So
Good effort. 4
I thought
runs.
he was exceptional today. I think, again, the way Steve Smith used him. Rotating his bowlers, taking up to the open Nathan line as well. I thought he did a fantastic job. But together they played their part. In the first innings, it was Stephen O'Keefe who got the award. Second innings, we wait to see. Catches the ball. I think just another single to Smith. He keeps strike once again. 37 for 2. Scored on the 21, scored on the 20s, the first things as well. Steve Smith. And out corner mid-wicket.
Oh, nice shot.
It's a solid
this
shot.
time around. First thing was quite happy defending. But this time, it is proactive with the batting.
Sadiq, a
The
bit
first time in the
expensive
season,
there.
major glass.
Pakistan,
In the first innings.
243 for 8.
Yeah, we're not going to see that too many times. India all out for 105 with this batting order, especially in their own conditions. So that's why the second innings for Australia is still important. Every run they can make, get this total as big as possible, because they know very, very rarely will you see this Indian line get
They've
bowled
got
out for
2 for that.
105, no matter
Good
what
shot.
the conditions are. And not to forget, which is a star. We've got the wicket of Pujara and Virat Kohli, which is very crucial. 2 wickets, best batsman. Well, he will
Ahmed
that
moves
pressure will
on
be enough
to
bat in a
50.
few minutes' time. That's why you see the promotion of Peter Handscomb. Too much spin on this occasion. Steve Smith holding his line. Smith having a
Well
line.
fielded. Really good work there.
They've got 2 for that. Good shot.
I think India are getting there always too quickly. They must wait. The Australians wait, think about it. Over it at the moment for India is 22. And the wicket rate also. Possession is...
And the batsman moves on to 18.
Shiva Ramakrishnan. And what we required to do overtime today, maybe not even work in the last day. Which is going. Wicket stumbling in a hurry. End of another over. It's 38 for 2.
Denied. Not getting past that fielder. Ends that over. Pakistan 251 for 8.
The bat dominating the ball, scores of 500, 600. Then you got 729 in the test match in Chennai. Wickets today. 4 in the first session and 9 in the second. 7 goes India, 2 for Australia. Overall lead is now 193.
Just 1 run added.
Third bounce, down the head. He's not played it. Steve Smith, a nasty delivery.
They bounce once again. Not as much speed here. Bit of extra bounce causing Steve Smith a few dramas.
And a couple more runs there.
Just shot. Probably thinking through for the shot leg. It's fairly decent, almost did the job for it, yeah.
1 run taken.
Ashwin does this really well. When you're facing him and you look to come down the wicket, if he sees you come down early, he'll bowl the ball a little bit straighter. So the ball will pitch on the stumps and spin down the leg side. A lot of time as a batsman, a right-handed batsman, it's really hard to stay leg side of the ball. So
is
he
now
makes you
on
run into
90.
his line, and if you fall over at all, that's why he has that man on the leg side. He has backpack, push back a little bit. If you don't have the right balance, you hit straight to him.
Track like this was difficult together as well.
Reasonably good over there.
Turn is so sharp.
Pakistan 256 for 8. Lily, the pace bowler, is coming into the attack.
Answers the call. Maybe excitement. 30 overs bowled, it's 38 for 2.
Really not.
This innings, 4 overs.
It takes the single.
We've got 2 overs left.
Super shot that. Gone. Great catch. Quick reactions and safe hands. Run saved with that effort. Amir now on 2. Well fielded. That was headed to the boundary. Bit of a workout, but safely fielded. Has done well in that over. Pakistan 260 for 9. Power and precision in that shot.
And that's 4. What a good shot. Four runs, the bowler will know that ball deserved it.
Going back to India at the conclusion of this match. This innings.
That's absolutely massive. What a shot.
Six, 4, what more? Pakistan did nicely out of that over. They're now 278 for 9. Another run added, that'll be handy.
Loud shout.
Cuts it from the front.
4 runs there. Good shot. Oh, picks that one nicely. Good shot.
5 runs in that over. Pakistan 283 for 9. That's 2 more runs. That goes for 4. What a good shot.
Last ball Indians.
Big appeal. It's knocked out, but sure look close. Well, this is a formidable total. Not one that will be easy to chase. Up to the bowlers now, though.
Story. How we go on? School.
Players and umpires back in the middle. Sri Lanka facing a mammoth task to chase this one down.
So 2 and the overall lead is 2-0-1.
Right, so that's the team from India.
Well, there you have it, Australia 46 for 2, 16 overs have been completed. That's from India. It's been a remarkable session of play. 13 wickets have fallen in the session.
That's crazy.
In the day. This session, 9 wickets for 81. 31 overs have been bowled, so both teams have really gone through the overs.
Plays that nicely along the ground.
Run rate's 2.6. But can you believe it, boys? 13 wickets today, 9 in the session.
Game's quickening up, isn't it? Pitch is starting
They've
to
got
play
2
more
for that.
more
Good
vertical
shot.
bounce and turn. So it makes it very, very difficult. Just survival, you're doing well. But the Australians have counter-attacked well. I mean, I know the 2 weeks have fallen, but Steve Smith's countered it very well, just being positive and playing some shots. And as you build up that lead, it's going to get more and more difficult for India to chase down. Anything over 250 is going to be real tough.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, Junior. 201 Australians. Obviously, Steve has sort of bat as long as he possibly can, but when do you think it's out of the danger zone?
Well, I mean, I think they could win with 201. If we lost 8 for none, it'd still be a good chance of winning, but obviously we don't want to do that. I think if you get over 300 in front, the way the pitch is playing, India would have to play phenomenally well to run down target. So
drops it.
I think you just got to keep being positive. I mean, you can't just survive because you've got a good ball. So I think Smith's got the right ear. Right ear. David Warner had the right ear before he got out. You've got to try and punish the bowling and hit the boundary as well. So I think if we can make another 100, 150 would be beautiful.
But good positive batting from the Australians also. I mean, I think that's the way they've got to play. They've got to play positively and risk getting out.
Yeah, you can't just go hell for leather.
I
Maybe
like that shot.
Perfect
technique.
like that, but at the moment you just try and keep out the real good ones. Miss the,
that's been put away nicely.
Turn and then in between that, you're looking to score. So it's that positive mindset that even in defence you're nice and positive.
All right, if you've just joined us, plenty has happened today. Right at the start of play, don't forget Australia. They had Mitchell Starc unbeaten. He only had 4 runs. Let's have a look at the wicket on Mitchell Starc. If you just come in here, you just joined us. This is what happened early on. Went for it downtown and got caught. But a valuable 61 from 63 deliveries. He only had 4 runs today. But overall, Australia, 206 is pretty good.
Ends that over. Sri Lanka, 7 for none.
Which is a lot less. So super innings.
Coming into the attack is the left arm medium fast bowler.
If he comes in and gets 30 or 40 again today.
You wouldn't do it about twice in one day, would you? 2 different innings. So that was a lead there, obviously, for Australia, 260. Then India went into bat. Let's have a look at the Indian wicket before if you've just joined our coverage, because that happened very quickly. Great bowling from there, Mitch Starc and Joshy Hazelwood. Hazelwood picked up the first one. This is
now
really
on
VJ.
4.
He went for 10. India losing that first one with 26 on the board.
Yeah, beautiful bowling up front from our quickies, getting rid of the top order. That was Pujara getting a good short one, good pace from Mitchell Starc, and then we'll see the next one just pushing that instead of extra bounce, which the wicket was still playing okay at that stage. That's early today, and then second ball, Virat Kohli faced a wide drivable ball, but being second ball, he wasn't quite quite moving his feet as well as normal. That's a huge wicket. Peter Kempson took a very good catch. Yeah. 3 catches.
Yeah, actually. Exactly right. And this is where they lost, obviously, Kohli without scoring. So they were 44 for 3. And then Rahul, well, he was 64 AB, and that's when the rock started.
Well, the innings of the match, really, until that shot. He played very well up to that point and tried to go downtown. Looks like he's got an injured shoulder as a result of some of the earlier blows, but then it just happened so quickly, just a blink of an eye. It seemed to be a wicket or two every over.
Well, 3 for 94 when the opening batsman got out, Rahul, and then Rahane got that one, which it didn't do a lot. He probably just played all around it, but great catch from Peter Hanscom. Really good effort to get up underneath that. Then first ball, the wicketkeeper Saha came in, a nervous shot. Once again, the ball didn't do a whole lot, but you've got to remember there's a lot of deliveries in between these balls that really turn the bounce, so that makes the batsman a bit tentative. A good catch there, reflex catch by Steve Smith off the right of the Wade, and then this was unlucky. Ashton, he has plenty of luck with the ball, but not much
very good running there. The batsmen have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
But excellent catch, good awareness there.
At this stage, India were 95 for 7. 95 for 7, and then a stumping. Yadav got stumped by Matthew Oates. Some great work for that. Stephen O'Keefe, that was his 1, 2, 3,
That's a
4.
beautiful leg glance off the back foot.
They had 4 wickets, AB.
That's a good boundary.
Yeah, it was just bang, bang, bang. There were 3 wickets in 1 over there. So Stephen O'Keefe, that's a bit sloppy as a batsman. You've got to know where your back foot is in the creases. Then they tried to do a Mitchell Stark on us, and it didn't quite work. Mitchell Stark caught it. In fact,
Today's going there, and then that was wicket number 5 for Stephen O'Keefe. And that's when the pressure obviously was on. They were 101 for 9, and that's the last one.
Big windy whoosh fly. Yadav at the end, so Stephen O'Keefe gets obviously career best figures. Every played in the test match, only his 2nd test match, 6 for 25, 23, and
30.
Yeah, so excellent performance by him. He's the sort of bowler, you get the ball in the right area, and then you let the pitch do the rest.
Nice shot.
That's another step. There you go. 6:35. I remember Jason Fraser did 8 for 215 in Nagpur in 2008. But it's amazing. You see Michael Clarke there, 6 for 9 and won by 2004, and that's why Junior, I suppose you and the selectors really like left arm spin.
Great shot.
You've gone with Agar in there as well. Yeah, it just seemed to have a bit more of an effect.
Well, I think you have your variations. You've obviously got line, use your right arm off you, then your left arm up. Particularly O'Keefe, because he bowls at the stumps, he bowls from a low trajectory, so he's going to make the batsman play a lot more. So bowls, we have used come into play.
That's racing.
He's quite good on that list there, AB.
I've been bowling.
That's all the way.
That's the West Indies. We should also give credit to the other bowlers. Nathan Lyon, I thought bowled really well too, and I reckon bowling outside off stump, which to me in the last couple of years hasn't done enough of.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the bowlers bowl well, but yeah, I think, especially to the right hands, you can't be bowling straight at the stump to the Indians, because they'll just tuck your one leg side with their eyes closed. So excellent work from Lyon. He didn't get wickets today or in that innings, but he could well get them in the 2nd innings.
And also special mention to Peter Hanscom. Well, that's catches again.
I mean, catches win matches. I think it's a saying.
Gave away too much.
Those half chances.
Sri Lanka,
we missed
20
a couple of days
for
Warner,
none.
but he was all over it.
Yeah, no, took the first one in slips. That would have flown very quickly off Kohli, and then some good reflex catches, in close to the bat. So that's the sort of stuff that wins you games of cricket.
And then on the back of all that, Australia take a lead of 155, and then all of a sudden Australia losing 2 wickets as well. We've just joined our coverage, and you haven't seen them. These are the 2 wickets before. First up was Davey Warner.
Yeah, just one that went straight on, playing outside the line. A good bit of bowling by Ashton. I thought Davey Warner might have referred to it. As it turned out, it was hitting middle of leg, I think.
Yep.
That's just a natural variation. That was an off spinner, but with a new ball, it's just skidded on. So that's why it's so tough for the batsman. They're just not quite sure whether it's going to turn or skid on. That one skidded on, and then Sean Marsh, very similar to it.
The fielder cuts that off well.
Looking for the ball to spin as you think it was
One run
an off
taken.
spinner, and he just played outside, played the wrong line. I think Matt Renshaw showed in the first innings, anything on the stumps, you've got to play, and if it happens to turn past your bat on the outside, well, so be it. So that's a bit of a lesson there for Sean Marsh. But good bowling from Ashton.
Yeah, it was. But I agree with you that with Renshaw with A&B, with the left-handers playing the line of the ball, and if it spins past the outside edge, then that's a good ball.
I reckon it's something we did so well in the first innings.
Yep.
Playing the line of the ball, if it turns and catches the edge, we'll say over yet, but generally it's turning so much it's missing the edge. So you've got to play the line, particularly as Junior said, if the ball's pitching in line with the stumps, you've got to play that line. And it's something we haven't been doing in Sri Lanka. You know, it costs a lot of wickets LBW involved by playing for spin. Yeah. So you've got to play the line of the ball even on a turning track.
Good shot. Pitching of the ball and where the line went there. That's what you talk about.
Yeah. That's right away to the boundary.
Because you see an off to the ball, so his brain says it's going to spin, obviously, from leg to off. So, naturally, you allow for a bit of spin. But in these conditions with the ball obviously spinning so much and you're not going to keep it straight, you just got to try and cover your stumps with your bat and let the rest of the bat yourself.
We saw 13 wickets fall today, but there wasn't a bit of batting in between and KL Rahul, which is amazing over here because once the batsmen get in and they develop a bit of a partnership, all of us, it doesn't look that hard, and he batted quite well.
He looked really good. Obviously against the new ball, he attacked it when he got the opportunities, and then obviously against the spinners, he used his feet well. He looks like he can play, all round the ground. Even the reverse sweep came out, which was against the runner play, that type of shot on that wicket, but he got away with it. He was looking very good. I mean, to me, it was one of the innings of the match, if not the innings so far. We haven't seen many batsmen dominate, but that was a good knock by him. And
but probably not good enough because he was in control. His shot was a bad shot. On 60 odd, he had a bit of a shoulder injury there, maybe.
He had that injury before.
Got a bit worse when he got out. But
when he hit the 6, he was down on the horse.
Then that comes the bananas and Paddy Farr, the physio.
He might not be able to go to pension, second innings, you never know.
Is he on the field at the moment?
Don't know. He might have to spend a bit of time off the field like Matty Renshaw. Quick look at the match summary. It is T, and it's only day 2.
Cuts it from the front.
Day 2. Australia is putting that 260 on the board thanks to Mitch
There's no getting past that fielder.
Has been phenomenal.
Another run added, that'll be handy.
And he's got 3 in the first innings. O'Keefe 6 for 35. India all out 105. That is unbelievable, but Australia in a pretty good position. I know they lost 2 wickets at the moment, Junior, but 201
great shot.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think. Well,
that's certainly one for the highlights reel.
Amazing that they scored the average first score this season 514.
Yeah. We've got to smash that, haven't we?
Yeah, and got down to 4,100.
All right, good work, boys. There you have 13 wickets falling in the day, 9 in the last session. We've got to go to rest and come back with some live play on the way out.
End of the
if you love your
over,
rugby league,
Sri Lanka,
got,
31 for none.
Channel, and that starts on February 22nd. And it all is.
Wicket on the map. Got a start but couldn't keep going. This is an important wicket.
Super shot that. Oh, cracking shot that. That's 4 runs. Very nice there from Malik.
Played that nicely. Gets 2.
seals that over. Sri Lanka 38 for 1. I like that shot. Perfect technique. Great fielding. That's a boundary save. That's 2 more runs. Amir has done well in that over. Sri Lanka 41 for 1. Run saved with that effort.
One run led me to believe that things weren't okay. Right. We picked up a wicket and we were in the huddle and we had Pakistan 120 for 4 or something. And he came into the huddle and sort of said, "Oh, don't worry about this."
What a good shot. Glorious shot.
The achievements of the Australian team on the subcom were so devalued. In 1986, the Tide Test has only been through in history. It was the most astonishing game. It virtually went unrecorded in Australia.
I did ran up there against the woman. He ran up and bowled the Azima and said, sorry, that one, sorry. And then tried to let go of the pass to the
one of our very good shows, Robert Cranston and Pickett
Big breakthrough here. The batsman was looking fine touch out there. Shame to get out so early.
Talking about talent. What about Stephen O'Keefe? 6 for 35. If you just joined our coverage, you just saw the action 13 54 today. But for Stephen O'Keefe, dear, how do those selectors over there?
Jesus, now they probably got a stick probably halfway through yesterday. But Stephen O'Keefe, I mean, he just changed ends for whatever reason, and it all started to happen for him.
Well, he had 9 overs, number 2. He won his first 9 overs, and I think Warnie said that he wasn't particularly happy with his bowling, and then changed ends. And he probably didn't do a whole lot different. He just got a few more balls in the right areas, and the pitch did the rest. He's very good in these sort of circumstances.
Off
He's
the
a very
mark
accurate
there.
bowler,
Great
bowled
shot.
at the stumps. He lets the pitch do the work, and that's exactly how it panned out. So, good, consistent performance. He's going to be a key player for the rest of this game and the rest of the tour as well. If he keeps
That's a no ball. Overstretched in the delivery strike.
I don't want him sprinting to the field or anything like that. Like he did in
He's had a finger injury, his hamstring, calf. No wonder he wears those black socks.
Got to keep him on the paddock
They're wearing white socks, don't they?
The lead at 201. The batting card
Free
for
hit coming
Australia,
up. The batsman will be looking to hit big
at the
here.
moment. Stephen Smith looking very solid at their 27. That's around the time we got the first thing, so hopefully he can go on. It's been a
Edge.
8 and 21, and might be the number one short of the 12 points, I think.
That's a very good over.
He
coming on to bowl.
8 overs, no to 16. Just got in 2 minutes.
See what he's doing past the bat a lot today. He's beaten the bat. Ashton straight 3 wickets. Steve Smith has dropped on 23 just before the tea break. That was a costly drop by.
Picks that one nicely.
I think
Good shot.
Slip. So, but he's looked good, Steve. He's very proactive. And Peter Hanscom, I think, has changed his style already from the first inning to the second inning. You see him getting forward a lot more. So he's adapted to the situation.
Well, that's what you got to do. That's what we want to see, don't we?
And off the back foot
He's
goes
adjusted
with
well.
the square cut.
Smart batting. They got quite wrong in the first innings by playing back too
Beats
much.
the
And now
fielder,
he's really
and
trying
that's
to get on
four.
that front foot, and it's made a difference. I mean, you can't help that there's that variation on the pitch where it's really turning past the outside edge, but so far he's handled things pretty well.
And I suppose then you've got to get used to getting beaten outside the off stump by spin. That's just got to happen.
You've got to be mentally strong down in the batting in here, and I mean sometimes it looks like you're playing poorly, but when the ball is spinning, 2 foot, you just can't do anything about it. You've got to forget about it and worry about the next ball.
All right, live pitches coming your way. It's been a big day so far. Let's take it back to the commentators.
First ball of that final session on day 2.
They take a single.
To get Smith on to 28. Presently they have the freedom to play shots. Like Smith has done, leave them to use his feet. He's played some real good sweep shots with a lead of 155, which is going up to 202 now. Play with a lot of freedom. Know anything about 200, 250? He's a very difficult target to achieve that in last. And there we'll have to look at a dream spell from any of the bowlers, whether it's Umesh Yadav, who was quite spectacular in the first innings, or any of the spinners.
So it's catching, but the ball's gone all the way. This is how we got out of the first innings, Smith, but this is Hanscom playing with the spin.
Sri Lanka
Once the
at
leader in the
7
lead,
runs
they're
in
worried
that
about the
over,
boundaries.
taking the
Australia
score
206
to 56 for 2.
A very good use of the feet, getting close to the ball, and then lofting it away from that fielder. There's a long on, and there is a deep square leg, but not a deep mid wicket. So it's a pretty safe shot from Peter Hanscom.
Was that again very close to that fielder and backward shot, like Murali Vijay has dropped one already. Just wonder why Virat Kohli is not standing there, because that is where he's taken some terrific catches this whole season.
Line moves on to 14.
Was quite superb. So close to catching that you need with the ball turning on a regular basis. You have to create those half chances and convert them. And they're just rushing through the overs. Trying to bowl it straight.
The Shetty moves to 4.
51 50.
This is not just another tough truck.
Well, the first couple of minutes here, Quake just a little bit out in front of him, the pass from Nick Frisbee, and Korea did really right back up on the inside. First try for the Sharks, all came through the defensive pressure, George.
Yeah, that's right, Tim, isn't it? Like, your intent from the Reds was really good. I was about to comment on, I like their alignment, I like what they're doing. The first error, the first hanging error, just goes to show sometimes that intent isn't well informed when you're playing from your own half, but they'll be really happy with that. Particularly playing away from home.
They've got 2 for that. Good shot.
4 runs added in the over.
Taking the crowd out of
Sri Lanka 60 for 2.
Playing forward. His body is taking a little while to recover.
He's got doesn't have a long run up. Just 3-4 paces, easy action. So it finishes his overs very, very quickly, very rapidly. Goes to the overs. Something happening at the extra cover.
And that's a single.
They're probably trying to get some shine on the ball to see if they can use Umesh Yadav like they did in the first innings. Terrific delivery once again. That's all happening from outside the line of off stump.
Too much turn, too much turn.
Too much turn, it's just going to miss the bat. You just want a little bit of turn. A little bit of turn, you get the edges. Too much turn will make the batsman look, well, maybe incompetent. But basically, it'll mean that he survives.
No ball here. Super fielding there. Run safe for sure. A couple more runs.
He stopped reacting actually. For the last about 1 hour, every time the ball has missed the bat in that fashion, Jadeja just goes back to his boarding mark. There's no celebration or any reaction on this occasion. He sees Smith's reaction and has a laugh about it. It's only wickets that the bowlers want. 51 for 2.
Plays a leg glance. That's nice. That's delicate.
50 made over, which means another big over comes to an end. Need a miracle, something like what Steve O'Keefe did. 6 for 5 and 4.61 overs.
I have to ask you guys this because this is highly unusual, the over rate, and I'm sure it's a plan. This can't be something that's happening and they have an over rate.
That's the end of the 10th over
Is it
and the end of the
eventually
fielding
when Australia
restriction.
will get all out? India will bat quicker on this pitch? Are they worried that
Left arm medium
later
fast
Australia gets on
bowler
the
is
pitch will
coming
be
into
even
the
more
attack.
decrepit?
The wear and tear of this pitch will be quicker than any other pitch. And the over rate has got that.
On the front foot for the square drive. Good shot.
They bowled 94.5 overs in the first innings.
Dechetti now
Australia bowled
on
40
9.
overs, which means they already had close to 135 overs, another 19 overs after that. If India bowl about 70-80 overs, the wear and tear of this pitch will be a lot more. And it will be very difficult to bat. As it is, it's like a third day's pitch yesterday. This is a glorious shot. Excellent use of the feet. Got to pitch the ball. He's a very good player, Peter Handscomb.
Reaction tells everything. Reaction of Ashwin when he played that shot. He had a closer look. Ashwin just looked at it as a great shot. There was nothing that he could do. It was a great delivery outside the off stump. Batsman driving again the spin.
It's just a number of overs because day one, the Lord Talks looked like a day 4
is
pitch.
now on 19.
Day 3, day 4, it's going to be a normal 7th day or 8th day pitch. It's going to be over already. I think they've got to take the time and think a lot more. But getting the overs in quickly, they're not thinking enough. 57 to 2.
TPG presents our amazing NBN Ready bundle deal. Get unlimited data with home phone line rental. All for just $59.99 a month.
Plays a Lanka.
Yep, unlimited data with home phone line rental for $59.99 a month.
And the batsman moves on to
Connecting
10.
Australia to the internet.
Reasonably good over there. Sri Lanka, 71 for 2.
Navina Mokun there at mid-on. T. Smith, the batsman. Good effort, not easy to capture. These missiles coming your way. He hits pretty powerfully.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the field at mid-on. Coming from the middle of the bat and low down to the right-hand side, full stretch, hitting the palm. Half chances, second one, long down.
And the batsman moves on to 11.
Terrible when you're out there as a substitute fielder and you drop the catch like that. Well done, Virat Kohli. Wasn't happy with Murli Vijay. Dropped the catch back with short leg, but he understands position of the substitute. This is what happened in the first innings. Virat Kohli took the catch. Loves to step out and play that shot with the spin rush with the bowler. This occasion it was Jadeja trying to play that same shot.
Two more runs. And that's the end of another very tidy over.
And a maiden over from Jadeja, 57-50. 8 wickets in hand, overall lead 212. The total command Australia. Only because of an outstanding bowling performance by the left-arm spinner. And not to forget Mitchell Stark, who got the wickets of Pujara and Virat Kohli in 1 over. After that, India were not really going to get out of that pressure cooker situation. Once again, seeing the Indian bowlers get ready to bowl the next over very quickly, fielders running in between overs to get to their positions.
Looking very
clear
comfortable
plan for
there.
India to bowl quickly, hopefully to get Australia all out quicker, so the pitch is that much more manageable. I think wicket taking is also a process, so you have to give yourself enough time. Rushing in their overs, are the bowlers giving themselves enough time to plan a dismissal? I don't think they're really rushing for it. They're two spinners who bowl their overs pretty quickly anyway. And if you're not going to have runs being scored with the balls going to the field and back to the bowler, these overs will be completed pretty quickly as well. The more deliveries that land on the surface is going to break up. Apart from the baking,
great shot,
from the
4 more.
So it's definitely not going to be easy for India to chase even 450 in the segment, in the fourth segment, which is the 4th innings. They have back out of their skins to and apply themselves. I don't think the application was quite there in the first innings. Some of the shots were pretty forgettable. But India have a fight on their hands. He's using the sweep shot very cleverly.
End of the over. Sri Lanka 82 for 2.
Deep fine leg, and there's a fielder at deep square leg, and he's hitting between those two fielders where he wants to hit. We saw the Indian fielders in between overs actually running to get to their positions. Ashwin and Jadeja have bowled together many times before in the season, but the over rate has never been this quick. So this is, as far as I'm concerned, a clear plan from India to bowl quickly. Hopefully get a swing in that fashion. Ashwin strikes again. Excellent balls. And it's cancelled. The man has been dismissed.
That's a solid shot.
Quick to react and takes it. Got off to a good start there, but couldn't keep it going.
It's 61 for 3. Next up, with a total innings of 90.
Rosberg's abdication with the biggest overhaul to aerodynamic regulations in Formula One's recent history. Only one thing is certain.
Solid defensive shot right behind the ball.
Formula One, live on Fox Sports. The all-new Backpage Live returns Tuesday.
You say all new, pretty much the same as last year. It'd be good, but
With pretty much more of the same.
stop it. How good is golf?
How good? How good is it?
India moves on to 1.
It's a good wicket for
Very
India.
good over.
Hands
Come
the
the
man
front
gone for 90.
Sri Lanka 84
Ashwin
for
getting
3.
his third wicket. 3 for 44 now for him from his 11 overs. Jadeja wicketless here. Is that very surprising? He stopped reacting to these balls now. After getting beaten.
He's turning from outside the
Just a
to
single.
walk the ball away to the onside. Unfortunately for him, just getting an inside edge onto the thigh pad. Simple catch to Murli Vijay at the back to chocolate. So breakthrough there. That was a good winning partnership between Smith and Hanscom. So India will be hoping that before the Renshaw can settle down. Did he hit that?
Thoughts that the batsman might have taken. Virat Kohli thinking about a review. Looks like he's not going to take it. When they are in doubt with an outside edge, better to not go for the review. Outside edges are quite easy to pick. And there was a mile in the outside edge in the ball, wasn't there?
He was playing and missing. Now the trick for Jadeja is to get the ball to come back in. And 3 consecutive deliveries, he stretched forward, he's missed it. Now if he can get that arm ball in like he did in the first innings yesterday, getting Hanscom and Mitchell Marsh out, LBW, bowling slightly round down.
Yeah, this was more close to Middlestone than the one on appeal.
Very tidy over that one. Sri Lanka 86 for 3.
That man Umesh Yadav again with the throw.
Gone upstairs, we'll have to wait and see if the bat's in the air. Looked like he might have been comfortably over the dive. Gets it in. Bat is still on the ground. He's safe.
They get back for 2.
Not out will come on your screens, and yes, it is not out, but I still believe that this technique of bring the ball in front of the stance and trying to drag it back, but let's take one more time, and if the ball has been allowed to come in, stood behind the stumps. Maybe old-fashioned, but I think that's probably a lot more effective.
63 for 3.
I'm with you in the regard. If there's a hard pass throw and direct it is a lot quicker than they keep on licking the ball and putting it back to the stumps. And most of the modern day fielders practice throws, even if there's no run, throw really hard to keep up. Yeah, I'm old fashioned too.
This test match in fast forward mode. The wicket has fallen, still steep. And Renshaw has come out to bat.
That's a great stroke.
And the spinner was well with it. Continues to trust in the front of the pitch. That is aging very quickly.
7 runs added there. Sri Lanka 93 for 3.
The off spinner is the new bowler.
Excellent half century in the first innings.
I really think this is a much safer shot, the reverse sweep, than the shot that KL Rahul attempted. Jadeja attempted, trying to lock straight. He's gone with the spin. Generally, when you play the reverse sweep from top to bottom of the bat, safer option, safer attacking option than some of the lofted shots attempted today. After he gets onto the back foot, the ball at the last minute,
Picks that one nicely. Good shot.
As well.
4 runs there. Super shot.
Almost onto his stumps. So giving himself that extra fraction of a second to decide what to do and where to go the ball. Should he play it, should he leave it?
shot, quick delivery, shot as well. Get a couple of runs. Take a chance with his arm. We keep 3 runs from the over. 66 for 2.
850 please. Thanks.
ANZ with Apple Pay. Anywhere you can tap and pay.
Kept it fairly tidy in that over. Sri Lanka, 98 for 3.
With over 500,000 patients successfully treated, they could fill their stadium 5 times over.
So 23 overs are bowled, 66 for 3, and India have just bowled 2 bowlers. Jadeja and Ashwin, that's it. In fact, clearly was outside the off stump. Whether there was an inside edge would have been the other question.
Renshaw was particularly tricky at the week of the first match. Hit it over the leg side.
Line, now on 33.
Well, 27 runs and 34 balls. Jadeja the first leg just off the pad. When the flag outside the ladder box, then spread out 3 longer leg side for Matt Renshaw.
Plays a leg glance. That's nice. That's delicate.
They take a single.
And that's the end of another very tidy over.
Played that nicely. Gets 2.
Still working, Richard.
On the front foot here and leg glancing.
That's 4.
Yeah, still waiting. Just run that back for me, please. Yeah, I've got daylight between the bat and the ball. Rock it on. Roll it on.
Defensively. Good ball.
Okay, I'm happy that there's no batting involved. So if we can go to ball tracking, please. Okay. Still building. Richard.
And the batsman moves on to 14. Very nice there from Azur. Line is now on 34. 8 runs added there. Sri Lanka, 108 for 3.
Low where it does, but there's a lot of distance for the ball to travel.
The off spinner is the new bowler.
Well. With turn for the spinner, so all that coming into play there.
It's a very good review from Renshaw. He knew exactly what ball to be hit with. He was a long way down the pitch, as you mentioned. Really the bounce taken over the
moves
stance.
to 35.
Support window to the crowd and 350.
hits him on the back leg at about waist high. That's still outside the batting crease. There's some distance to travel. We haven't seen low turn on this pitch, so that helped the batsman's cause, and that it will surprise everyone. The umpire
moves on to 36.
Disappointment for Virat Kohli. Happiness for Lech. 67-3. The last delivery went wide of the crease. Jadeja looking for the arm ball. Which will be the most productive delivery of this pitch, where the ball's turning on a consistent basis and beating the batsman almost every time.
Good bowling there, kept it tight.
Australian lead now 222. India all out 105, but that was almost quirky, wasn't it? For a team that had got 514 as an average personal score. India has been thinking that's not going to repeat. The second innings, more like an aberration than anything else. So Australia will be mindful of that. Have respect despite that person.
Matatia is now on 17.
Ashwin's already got two left-handers leg before. He's working with that from that angle. He's trying to go over the stumps. That's how he got him in the first place. Renshaw was caught with the slip cordon.
Here again, safe shot, I think.
Along the ground
with the spin.
Much safer than looking to play the long shot with the ball not coming out of the bat. And both slow through the air.
Oh no, dropped it.
Also, I think if it from outside of the off-stump, that's how you got the first innings. Checking at the ball. He's not very. But like Sanjay Mandeka said, I think the conventional future is a lot more risky. The game is changing, I tell you. Second new ball always goes to the spinner. 1 run from the over.
Played that along the ground.
This is before Ashley and Martin's medical treatment for hair loss. This is after. Clearly it works. Over 98% of our patients regrow their very own hair. If you want to grow more hair, call Ashley and Martin. 8:50 please.
Just one more to the score. Ends the over. Sri Lanka 118 for 3.
With Apple Pay. Anywhere you can tap and pay.
So just Ashwin and Jadeja for India in the second innings. Virat hasn't even gone to Jayanti Yadav, the third spinner. Forget about seamers. Umesh Yadav throwing into the first innings. Economical as well. Not going there too.
The thing is, both these bowlers have looked like taking a wicket every over. It's a bit tough to take them off because they would like to be taken off. The way they are bowling, the way the ball is behaving. Even if they bowled
is now on 42.
13 overs consecutively. The tiredness won't be there. If the reverse sweeping attempt, that will be 4 more runs.
Becoming a productive shot. This time there was expert about.
Another run taken.
And he was not in total control. Renshaw.
This is the advantage with the reverse sweep, the way these batsmen play. Look where it starts. The bat is from top to bottom. And on these kind of pitches where the bounce is a lot, a much safer option. Because it's coming from up to down, over the bounce. Look where it takes off from the bat. Look how high it goes and then it's coming down on the ball. So quite a safe shot. Comparatively. Oh, you have to dive in the end. He's with taking no chances.
Yes, you don't want to take chances against
That would have been 4 runs.
Well, to sort of flick it. But look how quickly he's got to the ball. He's
flicked it.
Matotia moves on to 19. The captain looks very pleased with that over.
Lead now 228.
Pace bowler is coming on to bowl.
Takes the single. Super fielding there. Run saved for sure.
One more to the score.
So 73 for 3.
No ball, just overstepping the line there.
We've not seen Renshaw play the reverse sweep as yet. Because of the one last over, he has got a man just there. And short square leg, real short square leg, more for the top edge. And I think it's also more to be in the eye of the batsman so he doesn't play that shot.
Yeah, interesting looking field from Virat Kohli. He's there for a reason. See two balls in a row go to him. He's still got the catches. Too steep, sitting it off.
He got into a horrible tangle there.
Matotia now on 21.
And 4 runs signal. He's looking for the big slot sweep or the sweep. And then had to get his back down. And it came down in the nick of time.
Got to Renshaw a little bit faster than he expected.
Line
So
is now
cool as
on
well.
45. Kept it fairly tidy in that over. Sri Lanka 127 for 3.
Perfect placement.
The bat between the legs into the fence. The lead down, significant, 232. Once Australia get past 100, psychologically will be a massive boost.
I was just looking on Twitter, Ravi, and there's a lot of people saying Australia have got enough. Declare, declare. There's still a lot of cricket being played in this test match yet. Lots to go. You're getting too excited.
That's racing to the plate.
That's a good bounce.
Powerful batting side. Yes, the wickets turning and bouncing and not easy. But these wonderful Indian batsmen. An easy play, a big role. National bowling well. Somehow just finding the back in short. I'm surprised the over. I'm surprised that Yadav hasn't even bowled an over. He took 4 wickets in the first innings and bowled quite well. Just to change the pace of the game. Even just coming for 2 or 3 overs and then get some back on. Absolutely.
And
Then
3
you would
for
have seen
1.
what Stark and Hazelwood did. Single to end the over, 79 for 3. Big city.
A 50 partnership here, off to a strong start.
End of the over. Sri Lanka 134 for 3.
It's a good crowd in. You'd expect a bigger crowd tomorrow.
Cuts it from the front foot.
Solid stroke there for 4.
But there you go, Ronnie. And they shove it into the attack.
Yep. I think he bowled too well too. We saw he had an impact in the first innings, a huge impact. He came on into the 28th over. It's the same time right now as the 28th over as the first innings. These are his 4 wickets in the first innings too. He came in bowled at skinny pace.
Oh, what a good shot.
Matthew White was probably a little bit unlucky. But then Baggage, great catch from Sahar. It was the pace. And almost shot out the wicket was and then bang, smashed to the Nathan Lyon's pad. I saw Nathan Lyon this morning. It was about that leg and it's very sore.
That's some good bowling. End of the over. Sri Lanka 138 for 3.
It's a good move, this from Virat Kohli.
In spite of not bowling for so long, he doesn't take long to hit his straps. He's a natural athlete. He's looseness, strong boy.
Yeah, and also a sign to fitness people too for you. Hasn't missed a test match this summer. He's played part of every single test. Steve in, so a credit to the fitness work as well. Seems to me that he's full of confidence. And I think Virat Kohli deserves a lot of credit for that. He's backed him, he's relied on him, he's given him the ball and the things been under pressure.
Just one run there, but that's handy.
Speed would have brought him on earlier, especially in this innings and the context of the game. As we've seen in this game,
more deliveries like that last one, and this batsman certainly went to buy.
The 10th or 11th over. Straight away on the money.
I'm sure he can do it again, isn't he? His first innings performance, had a lot of confidence.
Played that nicely, gets 2.
Knowing his natural game, the way he wants to play, can work here in India. A young player, that's all you need. Fearless and willing to take whatever risks there are. But
good bowling in that over. Sri Lanka 142 for 3.
Just like his body language, his composure at the crease.
You also said rather in the first innings that the 60 that he got was worth a big 100. I think in the context of the series, the context of the match, the situation of the wicket, that 68 he made in the first innings was as good a 100 he will ever make in his career. That 60 was
another run added, that'll be handy.
And allowed Australia to probably boast a par score, where they should have been bowled out for 200, but his score at the top of the order, along with Mitchell Starc, allowed Australia to get 260. Now that bottom line there, 235 runs ahead, is a big lead. And they punch.
1 run there.
The skinny customer takes it on the arm. Never pleasant.
That hurts.
That one's heading for the car park. Extremely wide.
Still sick here in the stomach and illness. Seen crouched down after the last ball. Forearm, sorry, not elbow. Right the forearm. Much padding under that sweatband, let me tell you. Oh, that's nasty.
And that's nasty.
Cuts it on the front foot here. That's
daring.
daring.
And he went out for quite some time. That's why a lot of players wear arm guards. You can see by the look of it, he's in real trouble. Oh, this could be serious. The way he's reacting.
3 for 1.
Nicely played leg glance, and that's headed to the boundary. And that gets to the boundary. 4 runs.
The key here is obviously the arm's not broken, but also you can just see him moving his hand, so that senses that it might not be broken. If he couldn't move his hand, it might be a real issue. Hopefully he'll be able to move his hand here so he can grip it back and got feeling with these hands. Poor young man, he's played so well for his country. He's been hit here in the forearm. He's got a dodgy stomach at the moment. He's been off the field. He's throwing up. He's just not well, so he's doing it as tough as he possibly can. It's good
Bit
to see
expensive in
the
that one.
20-year-old hanging
Sri
there.
Lanka, 151 for 3.
Still really suffering from that sickness.
The off spinner is coming into the attack.
It doesn't look well there. It looks like he's throwing up. So this is not good for Renshaw and Australia. You can see that bruise on his forearm as well.
So 3 wickets have fallen in this Australian innings. That was Warner. Tracked in front after a couple of boundaries. Then Marsh, similar fashion. And the last man that's taken close in by Vijay. All 3 wickets for Ashwin.
The fielder cuts that off well.
Once again, Ashwin's been outstanding.
1 run taken.
That variation of being able to get some balls to spin, some balls to slide straight on. There's confusion.
They just need a little bit more protection on that right-hand side, Nick Brisbane.
Oh, nice shot.
That goes for 4. What a good shot.
I think he's better off going off than he's just icing.
I actually think it's more about his sickness than his forearm. You can see what's happened today in Indian innings. The Australian bowlers all chipping in, all taking wickets. KL Rahul, fantastic 60.
Ends the
I
over.
said earlier,
Sri
he's
Lanka,
disappointed with the way he did, but
157 for
certainly
3.
the only one that stood up.
Muhammad, the off spinner, is coming on to bowl.
So that means you can't kick it out in the full. A minute to go for the Sharks just before half time. The Reds have given some opportunities to take the lead just before half time. They go tight as well from the line out the Sharks. And they're well formed as well at side today.
They take a single. Shot.
It's a solid shot.
He would have wanted to do just a good job and take a few wickets. And the good 6 was really what happened. Back line.
They've got the Australian assistant coach there, Sri Lanka. They have a lot of cricket for Tamil Nadu. He will work with
Harvey Norman, fantastic 4-day sale.
Good delivery there. Had the batsman defending. Plays that defensively. Good ball.
Lamby has hit each of these shots of goal superbly tonight. Now a chance to...
Well wide there, poor
3-point
bowling.
lead. Bang on half time.
Ends that over. Sri Lanka, 163 for 3.
Thanks for joining. Thank you very much. All right, an entertaining first half here at Amy Park. Adam and the boys will join you right after this short break.
shot.
Good shot. 4 run.
Would you believe it?
Hopefully not playing catch her up as well. Absolute solar. That Kohli cannot believe what he's seen.
And again, the substitute fielder, Abhinav Mukul. Once again, it's Smith. Had this covered. Big backhand. Oh, had ample time just grabbing at it. Saw the reaction of Virat Kohli. Ashwin can't believe it.
Loud shout. Edged, and that's out. Well, this has been a really key innings, putting a lot of runs on and really making a difference to the outcome. Off the mark with that shot.
And the batsman moves on to 38. That's a straight drive. What a glorious shot. Sadiq is now on 2. Muhammad would be happy with that over. It takes the single. That's a huge shot. Drives that one square. Good effort, 4 runs. Just 1 run added. End of the over. Sri Lanka 176 for 4.
Played that nicely. Gets 2.
And a couple more runs there. Drives that one onto the onside. Just a single. Good over there. Sri Lanka 181 for 4. Oh, great shot.
Shot. That runs to the boundary for 4. One more to the score.
Added in the over. Sri Lanka 186 for 4.
That's racing to the fence.
Oh, cracking shot that. That's 4 runs.
They take the single.
Sure, potential 30 and 20. So well.
Respect for you here. 192 but just keeps churning the runs against India. Just 7 matches to go past 1,000 runs. It's quite amazing. Has to be one of the quickest.
Sadiq now on 4.
See Ashwin tiring now. Don't get to danger, but James Blunder as well. Who's going to score for India in this game? Again, excellent use of the feet. Second time he's played in that area. Got a couple of runs. Good over for Australia.
The fielder cuts that off well.
Australia, 1 shot of 100.
That's 2 more runs. Sri Lanka add 9 runs in that over, taking the score to 195 for 4.
The right arm fast bowler is coming on to bowl.
$99 for 3.
overall lead 254.
Another run taken.
An amazing record. It's most countries. Perhaps the West Indies. Averaging 165 there.
Just thinking back, when you look at Steve Smith's career like this, I think it was 2013 Ashes series, he was in the Australian side as a number 8 batsman bowling leg spin. 4 years later, he's one of the best batsmen in the world. And look at this record, the numbers and hundreds that he's racked up in that 4 years is just phenomenal.
They've got two
Against
for that.
all teams, in
Good
all
shot.
positions, not just a particular side.
A lot of us growing up must have all come under you, Michael. Do you see that coming? That kind of rise when you brought him into the middle order?
I think you always knew with Steve Smith that he wanted to be a batsman who bowled. And day one of moving him, even
Kept it tight there. Good over.
Number 8 and number 9. In his own mind, he saw himself as a batsman. He was happy to just get picked in the team and didn't care how he got in there, but he wanted to be a batsman. And then he made a real commitment to that. He minimised his bowling, said, no, I'm going to focus on my batting and get myself into the team, into the top 6. And I think the one thing that stands out to me about Steve Smith is his application to training. He prepares as well as anybody and hits probably more cricket balls than anybody I've ever played with. And he's got his own style, and I love that he's got the confidence to back that technique and back that style because it works for him. Hard technique to try and coach or teach
Sadiq
to
moves
a young
on to
player,
8.
but it works for him, and that takes courage to stick with that.
And so many of those qualities you mentioned, those work ethics, pretty similar to Virat Kohli as well. With this
Great shot.
So the rise of both these
And that gets to the boundary. 4 runs.
Likes of Kohli, Joe Root, Kane Williamson, Steve Smith,
David Willis, another one who stands out. It's good to see that he's dominating batsmen and all different, as you said, different types of players too.
Steve Smith is number 1 in the rankings. Virat Kohli number 2. There you go, Joe Root 3. Williamson 4, Warner 5.
I think if I was picking my side, Ravi, Virat Kohli would be number 1, just with his form. I know Steve Smith's ranked number 1 and he's playing well, but Virat Kohli to me is the best player in the world at the moment. I just think in all forms of the game, the way he's played lately, he'd be my first pencil in.
That's a rare failure today. 100 for 3.
6 runs added there. Sri Lanka 205 for 4. Malik, the off spinner, is the new bowler.
They've got 2 for that. Good shot. Oh, picks that one nicely. Good shot.
Two runs. Matotia is now on 72. Sadiq moves to 9.
56. Both these players in. Renshaw's faced 42 balls, Smith 90. The sense they might have a crack.
big impact here.
Went to hand and went out of the hand.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it.
Nothing sticking.
Sri Lanka 212 for 5.
I thought that was first slip's catch. Second slip just got a finger on it. Force a deflection. First slip from Renshaw. Oh, it's going straight to first slip. Another drop for India.
Not mucking around here. First ball and off the mark.
He was going straight to first slip. No wonder Virat Kohli was fuming.
Another run added, that'll be handy.
This is casual.
Yeah, it's lazy. It's lazy fielding, second slip. It's really VJ at second slip, but he just sticks a hand out. Move your feet, or if you can't get there with 2 hands, you stand behind first slip and let that go. Australia now 108 for 3.
And the batsman moves on to 2.
Best of Queensland versus best of New South Wales. There's a lot of tradition and a lot of history with the club. You know, you're either brothers or you're the others.
Pakistan will be pleased with that over. One run taken.
They take the single.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. Sri Lanka 221 for 5. Riyadh, the quick, is the new bowler.
Beats the fielder, and that's 4.
Very good running there.
And that's 4.
And that's 3 more. A bit expensive there. Sri Lanka, 235 for 5.
Oh, good shot. Terrific shot. Timed superbly and goes for 4.
Well fielded. Really good work there. Oh, cracking shot that. That's 4 runs. Gave a few too many away in that over. Sri Lanka, 246 for 5. Another run taken.
So close to the edge. Luckily, mistimed it enough to miss entirely.
Just 1 run added.
That was so wide.
Buckman is now on 19. And that completes a very good over. Sri Lanka 250 for 5.
You won't see much better than that. Superb cover drive.
The fielders are after this. And that's 4. Buckman now on 28.
Beautiful catch there and good wicket. A very helpful knock and an equally helpful wicket. Oh, great shot. Driven square and looking superb.
Great shot. Two runs. Sri Lanka lose a wicket in that over, but still able to keep the score moving. They end the over on 265 for 6.
50 there as well. Every time he batted, got a decent score, got into double digits on a tour where Australia struggled on the batting unit. Let's see where they
one run there.
Defensive approach or just aggressive, or round or balanceable.
Very nice there from Malik.
Very short. Sanjay was saying very difficult. Hit straight down the line, particularly hard for
Govind moves on to 7.
Top in the air. More batting ball. Ishan just had a little wobble underneath the high ball there as he tried to position himself, but absolutely comfortably enough.
Well-directed throw there. 2 runs added there. That's handy.
Once again, doing a little too much. The impact outside the line of off stump. India is thinking of review. Lanka is the signal to the umpire.
Shot.
Fully thinking. And his ball upstairs.
Perfect example of how to play that shot.
Here, I'm going to review for review. You can have a look at the front foot. Yes, we're on the ball time. Yeah, good. Happy? Yeah, fair delivery. Let's move on to front top. Okay, that's from there. Good fight. Yeah, with that. And let's have a look at all fresh, please. Rolling through. Yeah, happy it's missed the bat. We can go on to ball tracking, please. When ready.
That's what the crowd have come to see. Very nicely played.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good boundary.
So back on to Nigel. Nigel, I've got umpire's ball on impact and missing leg stump. So I'm going to ask you to stay with your original decision. You're on screen now.
Well, a good decision to review that. End of the over. It's 115 for 4.
Bit expensive in that over.
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack.
Govind moves to 8.
Scored well in test matches, scored well here with the full ball. I think Virat now, with all the constraints in the second innings, they've done well with the bowling changes. First Salwar gets to spin.
Super fielding there.
Long
Run
spells
save for sure.
cards.
And the batsman moves on to 40.
That didn't work. The first change that he got was Umesh Yadav, who picked the ball in the first innings. Then had to go to Jayant Yadav to relieve the spinners, get some spin, different kind of spin, and now forced to go to Ishan Shah. The lead swells to 270. Things have gone wrong for India in this matter. They've had a brilliant home season with batting. For example, bowling as well in the first innings, but getting Australia to get to 260. What about the pitching? That is unusual. What I've been surprised by.
Great job.
The whole season attack was short in the second slip.
Very tidy over that one. Sri Lanka 279 for 6.
He's preferred to be out in the rain, in the outfield, but not in the catching position when he's taken some terrific catches in his home season.
Everyone's getting behind that appeal.
Good shot. We don't want to miss out on scoring opportunities, and he's due in the crease. Mr. Marsh gets off the mark with the boundary.
Slightly over-pitched from the shank. High left elbow, drilled it into the turf and up and over extra cover. Every run this league extends. Body language from the Indian field is a bit more introverted.
Oh no, drops it.
You mentioned things that have gone wrong for him over the past couple of days. Main ways. Cannot imagine what coach Mulcahy, captain,
plays the cover drive.
When they turned up and saw this pitch was dry. They have played magnificently over the course of this summer on fair pitches, good pitches that just
2
naturally
runs
wear
out of
over
there.
5 days. They have excellent spin bowlers who, generally speaking, on a normal pitch will outbowl the opposition. Batsmen that score huge quantities of runs, and yet on a surface like this, the playing field has been levelled. They've almost lost the home advantage because the opposition can bowl you out just as easy as you can win.
And the batsman moves on to 11.
And everything else has kind of followed on from that.
But we have to go a few years back when Australia was last year, lost 4-0, and it was one kind of pitches that we had
Ends the over.
New Zealand. There were more
Sri Lanka
friendly.
285 for 6.
A plan, well thought out plan. Australia here, let's give them those kind of pitches again. Or whether the curator here, trying to get a pitch that will turn to give India the home advantage, has just messed up a bit and gone extreme.
An interesting conversation to have with the
And that's for good
sure
shot.
it will be the latter.
And the curators, what he was trying to really dish out to the test match, the first ever test match, 119th.
Monday night with Matty Johns.
And the batsman moves on to 16. Well, that's all we've got for now. Hope you join us again soon for more exciting cricket.